bloody idiot!
Oh, you all right?
You sodding
Hey,
bloody
wait a
idiot!
minute, wait a
You could
minute.
have done for me.
Mr. Fraser!
And the same goes for you, you ignorant bloody savage!
Fraser, please!
Shut up, you bloody little twit!
I don't believe it, Michael, do you?
You can believe anything if you've been in Singapore as long as I have.
Well, transfers are not my department, okay?
All right, it doesn't sound like Andy. But governments don't make formal protests over nothing.
Well, the Malays are reporting what they think is true. He's not the sort of man to go around calling sultans names.
Nonetheless, Stead has suspended him, so it's being taken seriously.
Yeah, very seriously. Well, he knows he's too valuable. We can't afford to lose him. Oh, well, the sooner I sort it out, the better, I suppose.
Do you want to go up to Kuala Lumpur this evening?
No, thanks. I've only just got in from London. I want some sleep.
When do you want to go?
First thing in the morning.
Okay, I'll lay on the company chopper for you.
Oh, can I help you, sir?
My name's Thornton. I'm from London.
Oh, Mr. Thornton. Mr. Thornton's here, sir.
Ah, good. Send him in, Jenny.
This way, please.
Peter, you old bastard!
Andy.
How are you? Great to see you.
Fine, and you? How are you? How's Val?
Fine, fine. Can't wait to see you. Well, have a drink.
One of your specials. I thought about nothing else the entire flight.
Coming right up. Well, how are things in London?
Oh, much the same as ever.
Old, Willie okay?
Well, you know, Willie is indestructible.
And how about you, Peter? You, married yet?
No, thanks.
Old, Stuart's come up in the world, I see.
Yes, he's head of sales and services now.
Ambitious laddie, that one.
Yeah.
God, it is good to see you again, Peter.
I didn't expect to find you here.
In office hours, where would I be?
Well, I rather thought at home.
Or on the golf course. So those carefree days have gone for good, I'm afraid. Far too much to do. Here, try this for size.
Thanks. I wasn't thinking about the old days, Andy.
No? What then?
What?
Cheers, or as the locals say, yam sing.
Cheers. You haven't lost your touch, Andy.
With those, God forbid I should. What were we talking about?
You being here.
Oh, yes, that's right.
You're suspended.
Oh, a fine mess we'd be in if I took that seriously.
Well, Brian Stead takes it seriously.
He's got to, hasn't he? It's a formal protest. It's a load of old cobblers, Peter.
You mean it's not true?
You know me. Now, would I do a bloody silly thing like that?
No, I never thought you did, but I mean, how do you explain the protest?
Someone's got it in for me.
You mean made the whole thing up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, have you made any protest about it?
I've got better things to do with my time.
Well, you can't pretend it hasn't happened, Andy. I mean, you're persona non grata.
Oh, Stead wrote to me about it, said I was to hand over. Technically, I have.
Who to?
Tan.
Tan?
Tanley Watt, my number 2. Chinese, but born here. Do you want to meet him?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Jenny?
Yes?
Mr. Tan in his office?
Yes, he is.
Ask him to join us, will you? He's a good bloke, Peter. Knows his job thoroughly. He's been with Mogul longer than I have.
So you could run the whole show?
Easily.
Well, why don't you let him get on with it?
That's easier said than done in this neck of the woods.
There are problems?
A few. Tan, I would like you to meet Peter Thornton from our head office.
Hello, Tan. Mr. Thornton, how are you? Andy tells me you're in charge now.
Mr. Fraser still gives the orders.
I see. Well, I'm probably going to steal him from you for a few days, Tan, okay?
Of course. May I say something, Mr. Thornton?
Certainly.
You're here to conduct an inquiry, I believe.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to go on record as saying that the protest is rubbish. Mr. Fraser had never behaved in such a manner to anyone, let alone a sultan.
Thornton, my card. I'd like an appointment with the minister as soon as possible.
In what connection, sir?
Your government's protest to Mogul over the conduct of our manager here.
The Fraser affair?
Yes.
But what is there to discuss with the minister, sir?
Well, I'd like to check the facts with him.
They are clearly stated in our protest.
Not who made the complaint.
That must be obvious. The Sultan.
Well, no one appears to have checked with Mr. Fraser.
Why? To see if the Sultan were telling the truth?
Well, he might have been mistaken, mightn't he? It might not have been Mr. Fraser, but someone who happened to look like him.
In a Mogul car?
I'd prefer to discuss it with the minister.
Where can you be reached?
At Mogul at Port Swettenham.
I'll see what I can arrange.
Thank you.
Tuan Mantri, boleh tolong saya datang jumpa sekejam? Iya, ini mustahil juga. Terima kasih.
You know, there are moments in my life when being at the center of things palls.
Sometimes I think I should go back to London, if only for the boys' sakes. But they fly out for holidays, and I do rather like it here. Peter...
We're starting
I've
a
got
first-rate cricket team this season, Peter. Undefeated so far. Our last match was against old Robbie Robertson's bomb.
Ah, who's he?
He's Police Divisional Inspector, KL. We beat him by an innings.
Well, perhaps I'll have time to watch a game whilst I'm here.
Don't you play anymore?
No, no time, do you?
He's the captain.
Do you remember that innings you and I put up? Against the RN at Bahrain?
Oh, yes.
What was it now? 234 between us, wasn't it?
Something like that.
No, wait. It was 236.
No, I think that was the temperature. I lost about a stone that day.
What do you do now to keep fit?
Think about it.
Thank you, Azad.
I've been nosing around a few government offices today, Andy.
Yeah?
I'm just checking up on the protest. Well, they're trying to arrange an appointment for me with the minister.
You'll be lucky.
What do you mean, a clam-up job?
What do you think?
Darling,
Thank you, darling.
coffee, Peter?
Thank you. Well, he's had one good reference today.
Oh, from whom?
Tad.
That old fraud. All he's thinking about is his own job. If it weren't for me, he'd be out on his arse.
Andy.
Well, it's true, darling. You're bloody useless.
That isn't what you said this morning.
Peter, over the past couple of months, Tan has made a real mess of things. I'd be only too happy to take an enforced holiday at Stead's expense, but I daren't. The refinery would cave in.
Well, then why nominate him to take over from?
Because he's my number two, isn't he? Have another drink.
Thank you.
Well?
No, thank you, darling. Come and see me tomorrow. I'd like to talk to you
All right.
when he's not around.